Who is Carrie Jeske? Well, that's an easy question. I will try to be as transparent and candid as I can, but tooting your own horn is never really that easy for anyone. But I do feel pretty satisfied with the level of success that I've been able to achieve over the last 25 years working in the inventor community. And so I'll hit just a couple of the highlights for you. Prior to becoming an entrepreneur, I was president of a technology company. So I had a fair amount of business skills, and I'd come up through big corporations, sales and marketing, and the training and development field prior to that. So I had a lot of business success that did not prepare me for the world of entrepreneurship or being a person that sells inventions into the market. In fact, I feel like over the last 25 years, I've learned every mistake you can make, many the hard way, from investing money in things that didn't work. But I have had some nice wins, and I've had some things go my way. And I've had the pleasure of seeing products that I was a part of on the shelf that actually made money for myself and for the inventor and for other investors. And so that's very satisfying. But I can't tell you it's been a completely easy journey. There's have been a lot of lessons learned. What I will tell you is that I've made and sold products myself and launched them to market. My business partner and husband of 35 years is 36 years now, gone to China, and we sourced product and we brought it over and we sold it on the market. And we were in Cabela's and Sports Authority on QVC, made the gamut. That product was on the market for about 20 years with varying degrees of good years and bad years along the way. So I have that experience. I have on licensing, I've worked both sides of the table. I have a licensed product of my own that has made money. I've signed some license agreements that have not made money, and just, the products just didn't make it. And so they didn't make money. But I still put time and energy and capital into those ideas. So I have that kind of double-edged sword, licensing on the inventor side of it. But I also have that where I spent about 6 years in the SCN on TV industry working as a consultant for some big SCN on TV companies, launching products and licensing products from inventors. I negotiated some of those contracts. So I have some experience of what it's like to be on the other side of the table. And I think that's really positioned me well to help inventors, because ultimately I'm looking for win-win relationships with people that are trustworthy. And isn't that what we all want? I want inventors that don't spoil their own deal by being too greedy or slow. And I want companies that are going to pay inventors what they're worth and make a good, fair, honest attempt to market the product and get it out into the market, and are going to be able to disclose what they're doing, when they're doing it, why they're doing it, and within the context of non-disclosure agreements and appropriateness. So, that's really what I want, and I think that's what pretty much everybody wants. I also have been a part of some business acquisitions, and some of those have been pretty lucrative when you have a business that is formed and you've already gone through all the years of pain of developing it, and then it gets acquired. That can be a really nice shot in the arm for an entrepreneur. So I have some success with that as well. And I've also seen a lot of failures with that. So regarding money, I talk about money a lot because it is a driver to business, and it's also a lifeblood of happiness. Certainly money is not going to make you happy, but I think money is like a form of blood for living and being happy. And maybe that's not the best analogy, but that's the best I can come up with right now. I have long-term relationships. I care about people. I have many friends that I've been close with since kindergarten and even earlier than that. I've been married for 36 years. I dated my husband for 10 years prior. So, I'm committed. I'm a committed person, and I like loyalty. I don't really want to work with people that are going to try to cut me out of deals, or, life is too short. If you don't want me involved, just don't include me to begin with. If I'm helpful, then I want to be part of the payout. If I'm not helpful, then just do it yourself. Because here's the thing. You can do anything you want nowadays. If you want to fix your own air conditioner, you can watch a YouTube video and figure out how to do it. You're gonna deal with some problems. You're gonna make your own mistakes, but you know what? You can get the job done if you want. Same with inventing. If you want to do it yourself, do it yourself. If you want to hire a coach or kind of go to school or pay an expert for something, then go ahead, do that. You know, one thing I have learned at this stage in my life is there's a lot of ways to succeed and there's a lot of ways to fail. And I barely can figure that out for myself, so I'm certainly not going to sit here and pretend like I can figure that out for you. You have to be smart. You have to educate yourself. You have to gather information with your mind. You have to follow your heart and use your intuition and make your best next steps, knowing there's not a guarantee of your success or your failure. Just keep plugging along until you can plug along on the idea no further. And that is exactly the same process that a company goes through. They'll put money and time into it until they just can't make it, and then they're going to drop it. Or they're going to put money and time into it and they make it, and then everybody can get a piece of that pie. They can have a win. And so these are the kind of things that I think about, and maybe I'm just rambling here, but I want you to know me. I want you to know how I think. Regarding money, I'm a debt-free person. I have been debt-free 3 times in my life. I'm debt-free now. All my businesses are debt-free. But I have also dug myself out of holes. One of the worst was $500,000 in debt from one of the business ventures where we had problems with the cash flow statement. And that was a very real way of me learning the importance of the cash flow statement and managing your money well. And I'll do a video about that later, or I'll talk about that at another time. So the other thing is, I'm not selling anything. I'm not a service provider. I've tried all the business model. I've tried selling my licensing agent services for a monthly fee. I've tried selling different things to the inventor community and to the market, varying degrees of success and failure. I don't like those methods because the reality is that getting your idea or your product or your business to make money is not easy. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you give me this amount of money or that amount of money and I've got your secret sauce solution, because I don't. And I'm not sure that anyone does. What I do know is that I try hard, I work hard. And if I like your idea, I'm going to tell you how I can help and what percentage of the benefit that's going to cost you. And that's going to be anywhere from 10 to 25 to 50%, depending on how much work I think I'm going to have to do to make the thing successful. So if you want my involvement and I can add value, then I want to add value. If you can do it yourself and I can't add value, then do it yourself. And I will cheer you on. I will be your biggest fan. But let's just speak to one another candidly, honestly, with clarity about what our needs are and what we want to get out of this opportunity together. I'm happy to sign non-disclosures. I'm happy to, keep confidences. And that's what I want from you too. I don't want you going around spilling your running your mouth about my business strategies. And I'm not going to share information about your product to anyone that you haven't already approved. So, let's just, if you like that, then let's work together. And if you don't, then learn what you can from my YouTube videos and online presence, and wish you all the best. See you on the shelves.